Just over a week ago was the conclusion of the 2025 BAL season, taking place, the finals of course, at the Sunbet Arena in South Africa. There may have not been a South African team involved then, but there was South African representative in the form of Samkelo Cele, who I'm proud to say joins me now. Samkelo, thank you so much for your time. Let's speak about that experience, a second time for you, Sunbet Arena. How did you find this experience with Petro de Luanda?
Yeah, good. It was a great experience this time around, because we made it all the way to the finals, and my furthest journey, I think, with, the playoffs and the BAL had only been the semifinals, and so making it all the way to the finals was a great experience, a great challenge, and I can't wait for, to win it all next time because, I think that's the goal.
And how do you contrast this experience with the one that you had, your very first one, with the Cape Town Tigers last year?
With the first one, with the Tigers that was here at home, it was only a window. It wasn't the playoffs, and so like coming back, with a different team in the playoffs, was a different atmosphere. The games were called tighter, they were more physical, and so and the fact that we made it all the way, because again, like, the furthest that we had made it with my previous team was the semifinals, and so making it all the way to the finals was a pretty good experience. The intensity goes up a notch, every single stage of the competition, because our first game, which was a seeding game, we lost, but it was highly competitive, and then the quarterfinals we won, the semifinals we won, and obviously we lost in the final, but the competition is great. From my first time playing in the BAL, which was 2023, to like now, I think it's gone, like, skyrocketed, to be honest with you.
Last year with the Cape Town Tigers, there was a lot on your shoulders. You were, quote unquote, the main guy, in a South African tournament as well. The pressures of that, and then moving into a situation where now you're a great player amongst other great players. How do you contrast the two teams, two responsibilities for you as an individual? How did you take to those two different roles?
Right, no. Those two different roles, cause a good challenge, because again, expectations are different from one team and then, to the other, right? But at the same time, what's expected of you as an individual is what you do best, and that's be yourself, play your hardest, play your your toughest, and so it was good. It was good because the main point of being on any team is to play defense and score, and I was able to do it on both teams, and and it was a little easier with Petro because it was everybody, a lot of us could do it, and so like it wasn't too much. I'm not say pressure, but like I did it, they did it. I did it, they did it, and so like it was shared amongst everybody, and so like that made it easier and a little bit more fun. Yeah.
Did you worry though with the MBB not being there? Maybe the South African public will not fill up like last year. There were a couple of sold-out crowds last year. The Sunbet Arena was booming. Right. Did you have a worry that without the local representatives, you might not see the same type of love from the locals supporting the game of basketball?
Yeah, no, not necessarily, bro, because, I think once, they know that there's a South African, I think, the support that we always have for each other, as South Africa, I think is tremendous. And so, when the MBB didn't qualify, I wasn't worried because I knew I was going to be there. And so, once there's a South African, I think South Africa was going to rally behind me, through and through. And so, like, yeah, I wasn't worried.
2026 season BAL, do you know what the future holds for Samkelo Cele then? Or is it a matter of you cross that bridge when you get there?
No, I mean, again, the BAL is home. BAL is home, and I'll never not have it in my plans. You know what I mean? And so, and I need a championship, right, in the BAL, and so I haven't done that yet. So, we'll see next year, who we're gonna run it with. But I'm definitely gonna be here.
Well, that was, of course, Samkelo Buckets Cele. Had to say the buckets, man, just so they know what time we are on. Yeah. Just talking to us about that experience he had with Petro de Luanda in the 2025 BAL season, and also just talking about the difference between this season and the first season he had on South African soil with his previous team, Cape Town Tigers. For Newzroom Afrika, channel 405, I am Yolulwe Qoshe in Mandeville, in Johannesburg.